the
Yeah.
pandemic that kind of was interesting because it was like, okay, now everybody knows my little secret. Like the whole world is now at home, and now everybody's on the internet. Before that, I would tell people, I would tell them two things. I would tell them, one, you should start a business on the internet. People they didn't have time for that. And then I say,
Mhm.
two, you should be working from home. It's better because you get
Better.
so much more of your life back. And because it made me really reflect on how much that job takes away from just living. Like you live. We center a lot. But anyway, let me stop with that. And by the way, before I ask the next question, I want everybody to know I'm talking to Larissa Humphrey from Abundant Returns, and we're talking about how wealthy people pay no taxes or little taxes. Larissa is also in the faculty of the Black Business School. She's going to be doing a weekend event actually on basically how to pay zero taxes. And I'm going to put the link in the chat if anybody wants to join. It's going to be this weekend coming up. And she's going to be in a private session where you can sit with her and ask questions, and she'll break it all down for you. So I'm going to put the link in the chat for anybody that wants to take a look. Okay, Rod says I have no sound. Can y'all hear me okay? Let me know if you can hear me. I don't know what was going on with the sound. Maybe I got to reboot my computer or something, but I assume everybody can hear me. All right. So here's a question I want to ask you, Larissa. What would you say is the biggest mistake that regular people make when it comes to taxes?
Not
Maybe top
having
two.
a plan.
Mm,
So if you don't have a plan, how does the thing go? No plan, then you plan to fail. So you need to have a plan to know what things you're able to write off, different ways that you can run your business in order to save the most on taxes. So that's the major thing I see. People, they just don't know, so they don't think that they need a plan to not pay taxes. Who would think that? You would think you just make your money and get what you get. I had one client and I told them, well, whatever you're doing for this company you're working for, you could be doing it for yourself because if they're paying you $100,000, then you must be worth at least half a million to them. She said,
mm,
okay. So she went out, started her own business, made $300,000. She came back in, she was all proud. I did it. I did what you said. I made the money. I said, "Ooh, congratulations." But she didn't have a plan. So what amount of money did she need to pay to the IRS? Over $100,000
mm,
because Uncle Sam wants about a third of whatever money you make. So she
mm.
didn't have a plan. If she would have just let me know, I could have walked her through it as she made this money, but she was out there doing her thing. That's the thing with business owners. All really intelligent people and think they need to figure it all out for themselves. But you probably don't have time to read all the crazy books I've read about taxes and study the tax code the way I have because it's taken me 35 years to get here, number one. So I can pretty much tell you all the ways you can save instead of paying those taxes. And most people think, oh, I can just figure it out. I'll do my taxes myself. I won't have to worry about that. And then they are sadly mistaken when it comes down to filing. They got this enormous tax bill.
Mm.
So,
So
yeah.